Hi there, Patty Scheeler here for our Thursday Q&A and mini training session for Power Lead System. So today we're going to talk about traffic. One of the questions I got recently, and I'll go ahead and read this to you, is that my biggest problem right now is getting people to visit my site and then trying to build a subscriber list or email list. I have a few sites and a blog website, but nobody's showing up. So we're going to talk about traffic today because traffic is imperative for any business, okay? It's the lifeblood of any business. Now, and that means online or even offline. You think about it, if you have a brick and mortar store and nobody comes in, then you're not going to sell anything, right? Well, same thing online. If you don't get people to see your website or your capture page and then opt in to find out more, then you're not going to make any sales, okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about traffic. And there are actually 3 different types of traffic. And I'm going to go into each one of these in detail for you and show you some examples of what that is, okay? The 3 different types are paid advertising, and then there's organic traffic, and then there's traffic that you own, okay? So let's go ahead and start with paid advertising. We know that there's a lot of different ways that you can purchase ads. There's Facebook ads, there's solo ads, there's cost per click, there's Pinterest ads you can run, there's pay-per-click on Bing or AdWords in Google, there's Instagram shout-outs, there's Twitter, and I mean, there's tons of places where you can get traffic if you buy it, okay? Now, the key to buying the traffic, though, is that you have to make sure that when you're purchasing traffic, that you're purchasing from someone who is a valid vendor for traffic. You have to learn about that traffic, how it matches up to who your ideal customer is, because that's what you want to do. And I always think of that in terms of fishing in the right pond. If you're fishing in a pond that's not stocked with fish, you're never going to catch anything, right? You don't want to market to a vegan about beef. You know, I mean, it's just, you have to be in the right place. So you have to make sure you know who that is. And we've talked about that before as far as who's the ideal customer. There are things within paid advertising that I highly recommend. One of them is start out slow, okay? If you're going to be purchasing ads, start out with a very low budget. You can always ramp it up. And that's one of the beauties of using paid advertising, is if you find a good paid ad that you're making money with, whether it be a solo ad, pay-per-click, whatever you choose for your paid advertising, then you can ramp it up. Then you can add more clicks to it. Then you can add more dollars to it. Because if you're spending, I don't know, 40 bucks and you're getting 80 back, why wouldn't you do that all day long? I mean, seriously, you're making more than you're spending, so you're going to grow your business that way. So, but like I said, start out really slow and monitor. Always, always, always monitor what your ads are doing and tweak them to see what difference, you know, split tests, see what happens, you know. What happens if I change the background color on my capture page? What happens if I change this word or that type of thing? And then when you have it optimized, then you can really start to ramp it. Once you know you're getting a return on that investment and you're actually making more than you're spending, then you can ramp it up. But remember, start out slow and track and monitor and tweak. Track, monitor, and tweak. Seriously. Otherwise, it's just like throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks. And you don't know why, or you don't know, because you want to be able to duplicate that. You want to be able to go back and say, okay, now I know it's going to produce X. So I want to be able to ramp it up so that I get 3X or 5X or whatever that is, okay? So make sure that you monitor it and tweak it okay? And go slow to start, okay? Track what you're doing, okay? Now, that's paid advertising. And I'm going to share some tools with you that I use to be able to track my marketing, my paid advertising, because I do paid advertising. I run solo ads. I run at least one per week, and that actually turns into about between, right now I'm running at about one gold sale per day, and then miscellaneous other sales in Power Lead System, but at least those golds, one per day. And that's building my residual income every month. So wouldn't that be nice to be able to do that? And I can show you how to do that, okay? So the second part of traffic would be organic traffic. Now that would be like content you create, whatever that is, whether it be a blog post, an article, pictures, videos, and you distribute this content all over social media. And so that's an organic traffic, because if you, like, I use Instagram, I love Instagram. So they give you a link in your bio, okay? In my link in my bio in Instagram, I give away a free Instagram daily task cheat sheet, and that puts them on my list, and it goes into a mini sales funnel, okay? So I use my own content for Instagram, and I post to that twice a day. It also automatically posts over to Facebook and also to Twitter. So it does that automatically. I have that set up to do that, and I can show you that if you're interested in that too. But that's what organic traffic is. Now, it's great to have organic traffic, but one of the biggest drawbacks is you can't ramp free, okay? It's very time consuming, and you can't throw more money at it to ramp it up like you can with paid advertising. If you know you're going to get a return on that investment for your paid advertising and you're making money versus spending more money, then you can ramp that up. You can't do that with free, okay? It's one of the biggest drawbacks, but it is a great way to supplement what you're doing in the way of paid advertising. It's also a great way to have another touch through social media with people who come into your business or opt into your list. If you're just starting out, you probably want to connect with all the people that hopefully are opting into your list. You're contacting them and letting them know you're available to help them out. So it's organic traffic. You have to be consistent. And I post twice a day on Instagram without fail. I've done that for months. And it's really helped build my following and my audience in Instagram and on Facebook and also on Twitter. So, but you can't ramp it, okay? I could post more, but I find that posting more doesn't help my growth factor or my engagement factor. So I'm finding that twice a day is working very well for me, okay? So that's organic traffic, and it's based usually on keywords or hashtags, depending on what kind of social media that you're using. If you're using a blog, it would be keywords for SEO. If you're using articles, same thing, it would be keywords. If you're posting on Instagram, it's hashtags. Facebook really doesn't use hashtags much, some, but not a lot. So it just depends on whatever it is that what you're targeting for, okay? The third traffic type of traffic is traffic you own. And this is the best traffic is traffic you own, because those are the people that have opted in on your list. Those are the people that you're building a relationship with. Those are the people that have already put up their hand and say, I want to know more. Okay, I enjoy what you're telling me. I want to learn more. And they may be sitting in the background doing it, and you have not even met them yet. That's fine, but they're on your list. So that's traffic you own, and nobody can take that from you. Okay, so it's really important to start building that list. So those are the 3 different types of traffic: paid advertising, organic, and traffic you own. So those 3 types of traffic all can be working at the same time, okay? The only one really that you can ramp up would be your paid advertising. Now, I'm gonna share my screen here with you, and I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen here, and then I'm gonna show you. There we go. What I'm going to show you here is the in Power Lead System, okay? You can go over to the training tab here, and you can see all the different areas where I can get training, okay? Now, it depends on what level you come in at, what you have back here in your training, okay? If you come in just as a Lead Lightning user, then you only have training, this first one here, okay? If you come in at silver and gold, you can come in over here, which is, and pick up the endless free leads. This endless free leads is the best social media training I have seen in my 12 years online, no doubt. It's amazing, and it works really, really well. So check that out. And if you're not silver or gold, you really should be, because you want to be building a list and building a residual income. And that's the best way to build the residual income, is to go gold. Okay. And I actually do have bonuses for people who come into PLS with me, Power Lead System with me. And the bonuses that I have available are, if you come in as a gold, then I will share my code with you, and my best converting sales funnel. Okay, that's the code I'll share with you, and it seriously, it converts really well. Every time I run a solo ad of 250 clicks, I usually average between 5 and 7 gold sales. That's a $20 each residual income. Okay, so it's well worth doing that, and I will share that with you. If you come in and upgrade to Diamond, then I will set up your system for free. Okay, I'll give you my best converting sales funnel. I'll give you the name of my best solo ad vendor and the ad copy that goes with it. Okay, and that comes after months of testing and monitoring and figuring out which ones work the best. Okay, but I will give that to you if you come in as Diamond. Okay, if you come in as Platinum, I'll set up your system, and I'll give you 2 of my best converting sales funnels. Okay, I'll give you the name of my solo ad vendor and ad copy for that, and then I'll also, as my gift to you, buy you a 200-click solo ad to get you started. Okay, so those are the bonuses I have available. Now let's go ahead and get back to the training here for traffic. All right, so you come over to the training tab, and I would go right over to here where it says training area. Okay, click on that, and then if you haven't set this up yet, go ahead and create a username and password to set it up. If you have, then go ahead and just click there to log in, and it's going to take me to a whole nother site that's got all of this training in here. And the training, a lot of it is about traffic. Okay, so I want you to come over to the marketing tab and just click on marketing after you log in. And what they do is they give you places where you can pick up paid traffic that they've tested and they recommend. Okay, so there's the quality clicks, the number 1 is there, and all you have to do is click there, and it's going to take you to what they feel is the best. And I'll go ahead and do that. I'll click on that and show you. They're going to take you to the click agency here. It should be loading. It's taking a minute. And it gives you packages here that you can purchase. This one is top tier traffic. And so you can see here for 100 clicks, you're paying 107. So you're paying $1.07 per click here, okay? And so you can check out each one of these that they recommend. Then they also have other areas where you can come in and take a look at what kind of traffic you can purchase. Okay, this one right here, the Rainmaker, I have not used this, so I can't talk about that one much because I have not used it. I personally love using solo ads, so this is where I go, is solo ad vendors. Okay, they give you a nice video here to show you how to contact these people, what to ask. There's the featured vendors right here, and it gives you the link to their website so you can see how much they're charging for these. And remember, start out slow, okay? Maybe order 100 clicks, okay? And then ramp it up if it's starting to give you a return on your investment. You can go ahead and ramp that up. These right here are all the ones that they recommend. So there's lots and lots to choose from. I was using solo ads before I joined Power Lead System, so I have a list of my preferred vendors that I use, that I've tested based on other things. So, but you can take a look at every single one of these and see what they're charging. Now, most of these that I looked into are at least $1 a click, okay? If that is a little bit more than what your budget could allow for the month, then what you need to do is take a look at, well, okay, I need to start out a little bit slower, okay? I need to start out maybe in another place. So I put together an article here on my blog, which I'll give you the link to, but it talks about traffic. And one of the places that I learned how to use solo ads is this solo ad success formula here. It taught me everything that I needed. Now I have a preferred list of vendors that I go to on a regular basis, and I continue to get sales. Okay. Another place you can go is called Udemy, UDIMI, and the link is right here. And you'll be able to go in there, and if you join with me on my link here from this site, then what I'll do is I will give you my top 2 vendors in Udemy that I use, okay? So that you can have those names if you join with me. Some of you may already be members. But this right here, I'll give you a link to. You remember in the beginning when we talked about paid traffic, I said that you're going to need to monitor what's going on. Track your ads. This is the best ad tracking software ever. I love this. ClickMagick. And it is also an affiliate program, so that if you join that and track your ads, then you can, when you have people come in, they can join under you and you can get paid from ClickMagick also. Same thing with Udemy, by the way. I usually, and the Solo Ad Success Formula, they're all affiliate programs. And the reason I do this is because it really helps people. I've tested these, I use them daily. So I know it works, okay? But it also provides another stream of income. This would provide you 3 more streams of income. So I will make sure that you get the link to my blog and the page here about traffic. You can read through it. And also what I'll do is I'm going to give you a link to this solo ad tracking worksheet that I set up so that you don't have to recreate this. I'll give this to you for free. I'll put a link for this in there. So what I do is I track it by the solo ad vendor name, and then what website, what capture page that I'm using, the date that it started, how many clicks I ordered, how many clicks got delivered. A lot of people, especially through Udemy, will over deliver. Most of the vendors that I deal with over deliver the clicks, okay? And so here I ordered 100 and got 107. I got 41 leads to opt in, which means that they're on my list, and I want to be building that list, right? So this came in at a 38.32% opt-in rate. Anything above 30% is usually pretty good. It shows you what you're paying in the way of a cost per click. Here it's 42 cents, even though I actually paid $45 for the 100 clicks, which is 45 cents a click. You can see that's a lot. It's about half, less than half the cost of the other ones that I showed you. Because he over delivered, then I had to pay. I actually paid less per click. It was only 42 cents per click because he over delivered. Okay, but I got sales from it. So I spent 45, and I made $80 in sales, which gave me a profit of $35. So I actually made 85 cents per lead on that. So, and this is what I mean about being able to track this. I was able to track this because of using ClickMagick. I knew how many leads actually came in from it, okay, and what the opt-in rate was. And I'll show you real quick how that works. So every time I run a solo ad, okay, then the amount of clicks that were delivered is here. Then the amount of opt-ins is here, which gives me my rate. So I just come over to the worksheet and fill that stuff in, okay? And then it provides me with a good history too. I do this for every single paid advertisement that I do, okay? So I know exactly what works and what doesn't, because I've had some where I didn't get any sales. And I thought, well, maybe that's just an anomaly. So maybe I'll run 100 clicks more. And if I still didn't get any sales, they're out of there. I do not go back, and I do not recommend them. So that's how I build my preferred list, is knowing who the vendor is, which website that I ran, what capture page I ran, and then what the results were. So I'll give you access to not only the blog article, but I'll also give you access to this solo ad tracking sheet, okay? So again, you can come back to Power Lead System and go through all of these marketing areas here where they tell you exactly how it's done, okay? And they also give you, which is really cool, they give you possible subject lines and samples email swipe that you can use for your solo ads, okay? So this is one is for Lead Lightning, okay? This is for the free lead system. And for Power Lead System, I usually write my own. And if you come in at least a gold level, I will share my ad copy with you. Not only my sales funnel to my highly converting share code to the best converting sales funnel, but I'll also share my ad copy with you. Okay. So that's it for traffic. So traffic is not difficult. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here for a moment. Yeah. Traffic really isn't difficult, but you have to start out slow, and you definitely have to track it. So make sure you're tracking it, because sometimes making some little tweak in it, even the color can make it convert a whole lot better. And more with converting, you also want to be able to get the sales. I'm finding that some of my best sales funnels, my best converting sales funnels, don't get as many opt-ins. They're below the 30% opt-in rate, but I get more sales from it. I honestly don't know why, but that's the truth. So those are the kinds of things that I will share with you if you decide to go ahead and upgrade to at least a gold status, okay? So that's all about traffic, talking about traffic, the three different kinds. Paid traffic, we've got organic traffic that you create yourself through content and distribute, and then their own traffic that you own, okay, which is your list, okay? So that's it for traffic today. If you're watching the recording of this, go ahead, and if you have any questions, just put it right below here, and I will get back to you on those. I know that some people can't make it during the day like this because they have jobs that they go to, so they watch it later, which is just fine. But that provides me with a list of questions so that I can answer those questions every Thursday. Okay, so I want to thank you for joining me and spending the time to learn about traffic, and we'll be back again next Thursday. Okay, so thanks again and have a great day.